Hello and welcome students to this session. I am Dr. Aarti Shah, Head of the Department Statistics, JG College of Commerce. Today we are going to discuss your Semester 1 Unit 3, that is Demography. Now, to explain this demography, I have two pictures over here. One picture is a bundle of different data, that is population, people, then demographic analysis, presentation of the data, sociology, etc., etc. And the another picture over here shows the three pillars of demography: births, aging deaths, and migration. And we are going to concentrate on these three pillars of our demography for theoretical aspect and for practical aspect. The introduction. Now, when we say introduction, the word demography is derived from the Latin word demos, which means that people, and hence we can regard demography as the science of people or population. Who use this word or who uses this demographic data? The economist uses this data, social scientists use this data, politicians use this data, and it is used by many other sectors of government for their studies. We go to now definition. Now, there are two definitions over here given by two different people. According to Frank Lorimer, in broad sense, the demography includes demographic analysis and population studies. Now, when you are giving the definition by some specific person, then you have to always write it into inverted commas. Now, this definition means that the study of demography includes both the qualitative and the quantitative aspect of the population. Now, according to Peter R. Cox, demography is the study of statistical methods of human population involving measurement of size, growth, dimension of people, the proportion of living being born and dying within same area or a region, and the related functions of fertility, mortality, and marriages. So, as you can relate your earlier slide, the picture that we had was the birth, death, and the migrations. So, we can see that demography basically is for the related functions of fertility, mortality, proportion of living being born and dying within the same area or a region, and marriages. The uses of demography, or you can say the uses of demographic statistics. Here we have certain uses which can be listed as follows. The first use is, it is useful to know the trend of the population growth. That is, by knowing the trend with respect to the births, deaths, marriages, migrations, etc., we can know what is the trend of the population growth. Is it growing fast or it is at a regular pace? The second use is, it is useful for planning and evaluation of the economic and the social development of the country. So, if we can have the economic statistics of the country, we can have, or the government can have the idea what planning or what steps should be taken for better economy, and similarly for the social development. If the sociologists and the government departments can know the data of the social development of a country, then they can take better steps or they can plan out the better policies for social development of the country. It supplies useful information for medical and pharmaceutical research. Now, this is very important. You know that this days the pandemic COVID-19 is going on, and there are so many pharmaceutical research going on for the cure and the prevention of this disease. So the medical and pharmaceutical research people, they use this information for finding out better solutions and for the better health of the people in the country. The next one is premium rates for insurance are based on life tables, and the vital statistics are useful in constructing such tables. So insurance people, they try to find out what is the birth rate, what is the death rate, and on the basis of that, they try to fix the premium rates for different age groups at different times. The next one is international policy of public health can be framed from such statistics of different countries. So internationally, all the countries have these statistics with them, and the international policy with the help of all these statistics can be framed for the betterment of public health for the different countries. The next one is vital statistics can be used for determining the age of retirement. And lastly, the information regarding birth, deaths, marriages, migrations are useful for public administration. जो आपका पहला पॉइंट था वही यहाँ पे आपको वापस स्ट्रेस करेगा कि birth, death, marriages, migrations, they give the useful information that what is the population growth, and accordingly the public administration policies can be framed. The next is the information regarding death rate helps the health department in improving their standard of services, and specifically the cause of death in different age groups for planning different remedial measures. So अगर एक age group में ज़्यादा death rate है तो remedial measures they have to find out that how to control it, and then they can implement those policies and improve the standard of the health of the people. There are different methods of collecting the demographic statistics. We have listed over here 3 methods: registration method, census method, analytical method. Now let us have some idea regarding the registration method. In registration method, you can see the first point over here that it is an important method of collecting the demographic statistics. And the statistics is collected regarding the births, deaths, marriages, migrations, etc. In most of the advanced societies, regular system of registering these vital events exist, and it is the duty of all the individuals of the society to register these vital events. आगे भी मैंने आपको बताया, आगे की स्लाइड में हमने देखा था कि पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए कितना जरूरी है ये डेटा. तो अगर हम अपनी ड्यूटी समझ के ये सारे वाइटल इवेंट्स रजिस्टर करवाते हैं तो हमारे लिए हमें ज्यादा बेहतर पॉलिसीज मिले, ज्यादा बेहतर लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड मिले. उस वजह से वी आर बाउंड टू गेट दिस डेटा registered. The next one is registering such events is compulsory even by law. In India, we have a law that the births, deaths, marriages should be registered. So it has to be compulsory even by law. From the birth registration records, we can get the information regarding the place of birth, the gender, the religion of the parents, date of birth, and time of birth of the child born, so that the registration data can be easily accessed whenever needed. Similarly, from the death registration information, we can get the data regarding the place of birth, the age of the person, the social status of the person, and the cause of death of the person. Now, cause of death is very important. आगे हमने वापस वही देखा था कि डेथ रेट अगर ज्यादा है किसी स्पेसिफिक एज ग्रुप में तो वो वहां से उसका हेल्थ स्टैंडर्ड इंप्रूव करना पड़ेगा and for that proper planning and the remedial measures should be taken. Municipalities and local bodies maintain such records and the state government collects this information regularly. So we have the authorities also who maintain such records. The second is census method. Now, in census method in our country and practically all countries of the world, the population census is regularly conducted. Now, what happens in census? The complete enumeration of the individuals inhabiting in a specific area at a specific time with complete information regarding the age, gender, marital status, occupation, education, religion, etc. is collected. So छोटी सी छोटी इंफॉर्मेशन भी यहाँ पे रजिस्टर होती है सेंसस में. And the census data are useful in studying the rate of population growth, unemployment, literacy rate, migration, birth rate, death rate, mortality rate, etc. From the data of unemployment, the government can frame the policies and try to give more and more employment to the people. Similarly, the literacy rate also can be improved by using the literacy data. The third method over here is analytical method. Now, आगे हमने जो सेंसस मेथड देखा उसमें रेगुलर इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम पे सेंसस होता है. फॉर आवर कंट्री इट इज 10 years. So if we want to have the inter census data, then we have to use the analytical method because it is not possible to conduct the census every year, and hence the inter-census data or the inter-census value can be projected using various rates like birth rate, death rate, mortality rate, and fertility rate, etc. This is mathematical method and it is based on the analysis of various results. And the last one is, in this analytical method, insurance company use this method to decide the expectancy of life at any age from the life table. So this was about the three methods of collecting the demographic data. Now we have the defects while collecting the demographic statistics. The first defect is registration of birth and death is not very reliable in all the states and hence these statistics are not satisfactory. होता क्या है इसमें कि birth or death registration is very important to get registered but people are not aware of it. So due to their ignorance towards the importance of these data, we do not get the correct information and hence we do not get the reliability of this data and these data are not that satisfactory. In registering the death, the age of the person and the cause of death are generally not shown. So what happens if the cause of death is not shown and the age of the person is not shown? The policies regarding betterment of the public health cannot be correctly framed. Similarly, The records of death are mostly incomplete and hence the correct death rate cannot be found out. So these are some of the defects while collecting the demographic statistics. There are some suggestions also how to improve this collection of demographic statistics. The first point in the suggestion is the registration of birth and death should be made compulsory in the country. Yes, of course, it is compulsory in our country, but as I said earlier also, because our country is made up of more villages, people are ignorant regarding the importance of these registrations. So, a central organization should be formed for the collection of reliable information in all the states. Up-to-date registers should be maintained in each town. Now, what do we mean by up-to-date registers? Up-to-date registers मतलब छोटी से छोटी इंफॉर्मेशन भी उसमें रजिस्टर होनी चाहिए and at regular interval of time with the reliability. So, this is what up-to-date registers are and they should be maintained in each town. Now, the most important suggestion is importance of these records should be explained to all the citizens. जैसे मैंने आगे अभी भी बताया कि कई लोगों को इन records का importance नहीं पता है and they do not go for the registration of these important statistics. So, the importance of these records should be explained to these citizens and the proper propaganda should be made to get their cooperation. You might have seen on television also that there are so many advertisements coming, propaganda going on for registration of birth and death, especially the government channels. While registering birth, the following information should be obtained. Now, this is the most important information that we need. The place of birth, date of birth, gender, religion, age of the mother, and the names of the parents. And while registering the death, the following information should be obtained like the name of the person, the place, very important, cause of death, the date of death, religion, occupation, marital status, etc. So, we can see over here that how important these statistics are. Now we come to the next, that is crude death rate. It is a simple average. Death rate is the total number of deaths occurred in a given region during a given period per 1,000 population. So, crude death rate is the simplest measure of mortality. It is defined as the number of deaths occurred in a given region during the given period per 1,000 population. And the formula can be given as CDR is equal to total number of deaths occurred in a given region during a given period divided by the total population of the region during the same time, or you can say same period, into 1,000. Now note that into 1,000 is because we are finding out per 1,000 population. So don't forget to multiply your CDR by 1,000. We have the another death rate and that is called standardized death rate. अब जब हम CDR कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो क्या होता है? The CDR is the simple average और वो simple average में हम जो एज ग्रुप होता है उसे हम इग्नोर करते हैं और एज ग्रुप को इग्नोर करने की वजह से हम कंपैरिजन ऑफ the standard of the city cannot be, or region cannot be made. So we have to go for standardized death rate. I have a point written over here. In comparing the standard of health of two regions, the CDR may not be useful because the death rate of different age groups may not be same. अब मैंने जैसे बोला, they are not same and they are ignored also. So in order to make the real comparison, we have to use SDR. Now, they are based on comparing the death rate of different age groups. अब different age groups को आप यहाँ पे importance दोगे तो ये better rate मिलेगा आपको mortality का और आप बेहतर उसको compare भी कर पाओगे. So to find out the CDR of two cities or region or any of the cities or region, then one of the city is taken as a standard city. And that standard city CDR will be taken as SDR. And to find out the SDR for the another city or region, we have a weighted average method. That is, SDR of the city or region is equal to sigma XW upon sigma W. अब ये weighted average है, तो आपका weight क्या है? The weight is the population of the standard city. और आपका value किसका calculate कर रहे हो आप? तो जिस city का आप SDR calculate करते हो, उसका X. X is the death rate of different age groups. Okay. I hope you have understood this much. Now, we have an example over here. The example says that the following table gives the information regarding number of deaths occurred among the persons of different age groups in two cities. And we have to find out which of the city is healthier and why. Now, when the data is given, you will be given 5 columns. One will be age, then city, first, which has population, and either number of deaths or death rate. इन दोनों में से कोई एक कॉलम आपको दिया जाएगा. Similarly, for the another city, population, then it is number of death and death rate. So, either death, number of deaths or death rate will be given to you. Now you have to prepare a table like this. Suppose you are given population and number of deaths for both the cities. So what you have to calculate? You have to calculate death rate. So age groups are given as 0 to 5, 5 to 40, 40 to 75 and more than 75. For city A, the population is given as 16,000, 50,000, 1,20,000 and 14,000. The total population will be 2 lakhs. The number of deaths are provided as 176 for the first age group, 250, 840 and 910 for the respective age groups. Uska total hoga 2176. Now you have to calculate the death rate. तो कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे डेथ रेट? तो डेथ रेट कैलकुलेट करने के लिए आपको कैलकुलेशन स्टेप लगाना पड़ेगा. नंबर ऑफ डेथ इज 176 and the population is 16,000 for the age group 0 to 5 city A. So the step will be like this. If the population is 16,000, the number of death is 176. So what if the population is 1000? आगे हमने डिस्कस किया था कि हमारा कोई भी रेट हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे उसमें क्या करेंगे? We will calculate per 1000 population. Hence we will have the per 1000 number of deaths. So it will be 176 into 1000 divided by 16,000 and that gives you 11. Similarly, for the second age group, 50,000 is the population, 250 is the number of deaths. So 50,000 population, 250 deaths. So what if the population is 1000? The calculation will be 250 into 1000 upon 50,000 which is equal to 7. उसी तरह आप तीसरे एज ग्रुप का कर सकते हो 40 to 75 का 840 into 1000 upon 1,20,000 that gives you 5, or greater than 75 that is the last age group can be calculated death rate value as 910 into 1000 divided by 14,000. So that gives you 65. So these were the 3 different columns for city A. उसी तरह हमें सिटी बी का भी 3 कॉलम बनाना है, 2 हमें दिए गए हैं, तीसरा हमें बनाना है. पॉपुलेशन और नंबर ऑफ डेथ दिया है तो डेथ रेट कैलकुलेट करना है, मेथड वही रहेगा. 5,000 population, 130 deaths. So if the population is 5,000, the number of deaths are 130. What if the population is 1,000? The calculations will be 130 into 1,000 divided by 5,000 comes to 26. बाकी के एज ग्रुप्स का भी उसी तरह आप कैलकुलेशन कर सकते हो. 162 into 1,000 divided by 27,000 gives you 6. 527 into 1,000 divided by 62,000 gives you 8.5, and 420 into 1,000 divided by 6,000 gives you 70. सिटी बी का टोटल पॉपुलेशन है 1 लाख और उसका टोटल नंबर ऑफ डेथ है 1239. And now we can easily calculate the CDR and SDR for comparing the health standard. The CDR for city A and for city B can be calculated as shown over here. The CDR of city A will be total number of deaths occurred in city A upon total population of city A, which is 2176 divided by 2 lakhs, of course into 1000 because the comparison is per 1000 population. So your answer will be 10.88. Similarly, CDR for city B will be 1239 divided by 1 lakh into 1000 which gives you 12.39. अब जो एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास है उस एग्जाम्पल में हमको ये नहीं कहा गया है कि कौन सा सिटी स्टैंडर्ड सिटी है. सो वी हैव टू अज्यूम वन ऑफ द सिटीज एज द स्टैंडर्ड सिटीज. यू कैन सी ओवर हियर द CDR for city A is lesser than CDR for city B. Hence, we can consider the city A as a standard city. और जिस सिटी को आप स्टैंडर्ड सिटी लोगे उसी का CDR ऑटोमेटिकली उसका SDR बन जाएगा. So the SDR of city A will be equal to the CDR of city A, which is equal to 10.88. And now we need to find out the SDR for city B. You know the formula, it is a weighted average. It is sigma XW upon sigma W, where X is the death rate of the city and W is the population of the standard city. So same thing I have implemented over here. The SDR of city B is population of city A into death rate of city B divided by total population of city A. And here we will be taking the calculations age group wise. So it is 16,000 into 26 plus 50,000 into 6 plus 1,20,000 into 8.5 plus 14,000 into 70 और A का total population क्या है city A का 2 lakh. So it is divided by 2 lakh. So answer comes as 13.58. अब अगर हम कंपैरिजन करते हैं दोनों सिटी के SDR की तो A का SDR है 10.88 और B का SDR है 13.58. Hence, we can easily give the decision that city A is healthier than city B because the SDR of city A is lesser than SDR of city B. So this is how we can find out the CDR and SDR of the cities and compare the health standard. We have another example over here, and that example I can give you. We have another example over here where we are supposed to calculate CDR and SDR and compare the given cities. अब आगे का जो हमारा एग्जाम्पल था उससे ये एग्जाम्पल थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है. You can see over here a special column of standard population is given. So again we will prepare our table in the same pattern as we did earlier. Age groups, population, number of death rate for city A, and population, number of death rate for city B with the standard population given. For the city A, population for age group 0 to 5 is 5. For 5 to 25 it is 40. For 25 to 50 it is 25. And for more than 50 it is 20. So the total population is 90. The number of deaths given are 225, 800, 250 and 600 for the same respective age groups. Total is 1875. Again, we have to calculate the death rate. So we have the same calculation. Here it will be simply 225 upon 5. क्योंकि हमें यहाँ पे 1000 के 3 zeros नहीं दिए हैं पॉपुलेशन में, तो हमें 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करना है, सिर्फ हमें फ्रैक्शन करना है. I repeat again, it will be 225 upon 5, that is 45, 800 upon 40, that will be 20, 250 upon 25, that will be 10, and 600 upon 20, which will be 30. We don't need the total for this column. Similarly, for city B, the death rate is calculated 280 upon 7, which is 40, 900 upon 50, which is 18, 360 upon 30, which is 12, and 325 upon 13, which is 25. Again, the total for this column will not be calculated. और standard population का total होगा 10 plus 35 plus 40 plus 15 comes to 100. So here we take the totals of the population city A, city B and the standard population, total of number of deaths from city A and from city B. We proceed with our calculations. So the calculations can be given as per the slide. The CDR for city A will be total number of deaths in city A upon total population of city A, which is 1875 upon 90, that is 20.83. The CDR for city B will be total number of deaths in city B upon total population of city B. It is 1865 upon 100, 18.65. Note here that you don't have to take any of the cities as your standard city while calculating the SDR. Why? Because we are specifically given the standard population data, and we will use that standard population data to calculate the SDR of both the cities. We have once again recall our formula. It is the weighted average sigma xw upon sigma w. X is the death rate of that city for age group and W is the population of the standard city according to the corresponding age group. So SDR for city A will be calculated as 10 into 45 plus 35 into 20 plus 40 into 10 plus 15 into 30, and it is divided by the total population of the standard city, which is 100. So it will be 2000 upon 100, that is 20. The SDR for city B will be also calculated in the same pattern. It will be 10 into 40 plus 35 into 15 plus 40 into 12 plus 15 into 25, that is divided by the total population of the standard city, which is 100, comes to 1885 upon 100, 18.85. And now the clear comparison of the SDR values for both the cities can be given. City A का SDR 20 है और City B का SDR 18.85 है. तो कौन सा lower है? City B का. Hence, comparing the SDR values of the two cities, it is clear that City B is healthier than City A. तो हमने दो तरह के एग्जाम्पल्स देखे. एक एग्जाम्पल हमने देखा कि जिसमें हमें स्टैंडर्ड सिटी नहीं दिया गया था, हमें अज्यूम करना था. और दूसरा एग्जाम्पल हमको दिया जिसमें हमें स्टैंडर्ड पॉपुलेशन सेपरेटली दिया था एंड वी कैलकुलेटेड द वैल्यूज एंड वी कंपेयर्ड द हेल्थ स्टैंडर्ड. आई होप दिस हैज बीन क्लियर टू यू. वी गो टू the next slide, and that is infant mortality rate. Now what do we mean by infant? Infant का मतलब होता है जो बच्चा अपने जन्म से 1 साल के अंदर मृत्यु होती है, उन बच्चों को infant बोलते हैं. So the infant mortality rate is based on the death of the children at tender age, that is within 1 year of the birth of the child. And for that we have the calculations over here, like infant mortality rate is number of death among the children within 1 year of birth in a region during a given year, which is divided by the total number of births in the region during the same year. Of course, we know that it is compared with per thousand, so it has to be multiplied by 1000. And hence, most probably, the infant mortality rate is computed by finding out the number of deaths among the children within 1 year of birth per 1000 births. So, this is infant mortality rate. We have one example over here for the infant mortality rate. How to calculate infant mortality rate? The data over here says that among 20,000 children born in a city during 1 year, 440 died within 1 year. Find the infant mortality rate of the city. So, according to the formula, IMR is equal to the number of children dying or died within 1 year of age during a given year divided by total number of births during the same year into 1000, which will be 440 divided by 20,000 into 1000 equal to 22. Now this can come as an objective question for 2 marks. So ये objective है आपका 2 मार्क का, जिसमें आपको सिर्फ 2 स्टेप का कैलकुलेशन करना है. We go to crude birth rate, the next part of our chapter. Now, what do we mean by crude birth rate and what is the formula? The crude birth rate for any region during a given year is the number of live births in that region during the year among the average population of the year multiplied by 1000. In short, अगर आपको ये समझ में नहीं आता है, आपको सिर्फ फॉर्मूला याद रखना है. CBR is equal to the total number of live births during a given year in a given region upon the total average population of the region during the same year into 1000. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. So the next is fertility rates. Now for fertility rates, or to study fertility rates, we have 3 different values to be studied. One is general fertility rate, the second is specific fertility rate, and the third one is total fertility rate. What is general fertility rate? The general fertility rate is estimate that gives us the increase in the population due to the new live births by the women in the childbearing age group. And this childbearing age group will be 15 years to 49 years generally. And the children, that is the live births, will be those children who are born and they survive up to the age of 1 year. So now we have the formula for GFR, which is equal to total number of live births during a given year in a region upon total number of women in childbearing age group in the region multiplied by 1000. अब जब हम GFR कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो ये सिंपल एवरेज है जिसमें टोटल लाइव बर्थ्स है न्यूमरेटर में और टोटल नंबर ऑफ वीमेन चाइल्ड बेयरिंग एज ग्रुप में है डिनोमिनेटर में. पर अगर हमें कंप्यूटेशन करना है और उसमें से हमें कंपैरिजन भी करना है तो हमें स्पेसिफिक फर्टिलिटी रेट चाहिए. सो व्हाइल कंप्यूटिंग GFR we are ignoring the different age groups, and this is the drawback when we want to find out the separate fertility rates for different age groups. So we find out specific fertility rate for different age groups, and the formula will be SFR is equal to number of live births born to the women of a specific age group. Please see that I have written over here specific age group during 1 year divided by the total number of women in that age group into 1000. And lastly, it is total fertility rate, that is the total number of children per 1000 women born between the age 15 to 49. यहाँ पे age 15 to 49 इसलिए लिया है क्योंकि जनरली आगे मैंने जो बताया उसी तरह जनरली 15 to 49 years is the age of childbearing for a woman. So the total fertility rate can be given as sigma SFR into I, where I is the class interval. अब कौन सा class interval होगा? The class interval will be age group class interval. Hence, the total fertility rate is the total number of children born to a woman of a particular region during her childbearing age group. I hope this is very, very clear to you. And now we can have an example for the same. Here we have a table. We have to calculate GFR, SFR, TFR from the following data. डेटा में आपको दिया जाएगा एज ग्रुप, नंबर ऑफ वुमेन एंड नंबर ऑफ लाइव बर्थ्स. आपको कैलकुलेट करना है स्पेसिफिक फर्टिलिटी रेट और यू कैन से SFR. So according to the data given over here, different age groups are given: 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, and that continues till 45 to 49. And for the corresponding age groups, the number of women are 37,000, 30,000, 27,000, 23,000, 18,000, 9,000, and 6,000. The total number of women is 1,50,000. Now for the same corresponding age groups, number of live births are given: 1,110, 3,750, 2,970, 2,070, 720, 180, and 9. Total comes to 10,809. Now we can find out the specific fertility rate. How? The formula says that for a specific age group, specific fertility rate can be calculated as number of live births divided by the female population of that age group. So it is for the first age group 15 to 19, 1110 upon 37,000 into 1000, and that gives you 30. Similarly, for the second age group, it will be 3750 upon 30,000 into 1000, that comes to 125. For the third age group, it is 2970 upon 27,000 multiplied by 1000, that is 110. And similarly, you can calculate SFR for all the given age groups, that will be equal to 90, 40, 20 and 1.5. Now we need to calculate SFR, तो हमने calculate कर लिया, अब हमें calculate करना है GFR और TFR. तो कैसे calculate करेंगे हम? GFR का भी फॉर्मूला हमारे पास है और TFR का भी फॉर्मूला हमारे पास है. GFR is equal to total number of live births upon total number of women in the child bearing age group into 1000. टेबल में हमारे पास टोटल था. Total number of live births is 10,809 and the total female population is 1,50,000. So it is 10809 upon 1,50,000 into 1000, that is 72.06. And for TFR, formula is sigma SFR into I. Sigma SFR का मतलब SFR का टोटल करेंगे हम, जो हमारे पास टेबल में है, which is 30 plus 125 plus 110 plus 90 plus 40 plus 20 plus 1.5. And the class interval is the age group interval, it is 5. You can calculate easily 15 to 19, यानी 15, 16, 17, 18 और 19. 5 का हमारा class interval है. So the total comes to 416.5 into 5, that is 2082.5. So this is how you can calculate GFR, SFR and TFR from the given data. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture and you have understood each and everything that has been explained over here. Once again, I would like to repeat my theoretical questions. हमने यहाँ पे क्या-क्या सीखा? What do you mean by demography? What are the two definitions of demography? What are the methods to collect the demographic statistics or data? What are the defects in collection of data? What are the suggestions to improve the collection of data? And the different calculations of the rates, that is right from CDR to GFR, SFR, TFR. That is, we learned to calculate CDR, SDR, IMR, GFR, SFR and TFR. Thank you so much for attending this session. And one more thing I would like to add over here, that this chapter has a 14 marks weightage in your question paper, जिसमें आपको 7 marks का theory आएगा और 7 marks का example आएगा. पर IMR वाला जो example है वो आपका objective में आएगा 2 mark के लिए. So once again, thank you for attending the session. Thank you.